Hello everyone, and today I'm going to do a video talking about my bayonets slash knife collection. As you might be aware, I have started to be collecting a little bit more knives and bayonets. You might know I've only had a few, but it's really small. It's quite a small comprehensive collection. It's not going to be massive or anything. So without any further ado, let's jump right into it and let's take a look at the first one. So we're going to start off with the First World War. Kicking off the First World War, we have the Royal Navy clasp knife, Battle of Jutland veteran. So it's quite nice. I've done a previous video on that. I'll put a card up in the top right corner to the previous video I've done on this. And in the back we have 1907 pattern sword bayonets. Wilkinson's made 1915. Either way, so that's just World War One. Like I said, it's quite small. My collection, either way. So I'll talk about the items a bit more before we move on to the Second World War. So, like I said, this is a clasp knife issued to the Royal Navy. These are called the 301 clasp knife. Something like that, A301 or something. That's what they're called. And either way, it's a very nice clasp knife. Like I said, it's manufactured by Harrison Bros and Howson. I think that's how you say it. So it's just two-part design, blade, marlin, and spike. And then I have 1907 pattern on top. You've seen this one before. I also put a card in the top right corner of the video. It's a 17-inch sword bayonet for the rifle number 1 or SMLE. Like I said, this one in the previous video was made by Wilkinson's in 1915. So obviously had to get a very nice 1915 bayonet for a nice 1915 short magazine Lee Enfield. So we'll now move on to the Second World War. Second World War, once again, it's rather small. We have another Royal Navy clasp knife. This one's a bit of family history, and on the top we have a Savage made number 4 Mark II spike bayonet. I haven't done a video on that yet. I will have to get around to doing a video on that, so we'll take a look. So this is a 3-part clasp knife. So you have the blade, the tin opener, marlin spike. This would have had the lanyard ring, but the lanyard ring has ceased to exist. This one, oh right, it's on the tin opener. This one is made by, if I can get it open, the tin opener is a bit of a pain. It's so stiff. This one is made by Venture 1943. So it's quite a nice one. Like I said, this is a bit of family history, as one of my relatives used this in the Second World War. Also in the Royal Navy. And then we have a spike bayonet. This is the number 4 Mark II spike bayonet made by Savage. Once again, this is another pickup at a military show, the same place where I picked up the clasp knife. But as you can see, it's a rather nice, bayonet. It is. I even got the frog with it. I got the frog for the same price, for the price of the bayonet, so the frog was basically free. The frog is 1944 dated. It is CCL 1944, and this is the. Hang on, I'm trying to think now. What variant this is? This is the 4th variant. So yes, there were different variants of the bayonet frogs that went about in the Second World War. So now we'll move on to the post-war lot. And for post-war, we have just a bayonet. We have once again, this is another spike bayonet. This is a number 4 Mark II bayonet. This is a post-war. This one would have been made, I think this is 52. So this one would have been made for the number 4 Mark II. It's not the same as the number 4 Mark 1. Externally, yes, but it's actually the beech wood and also the way the trigger's hung. But either way. So it's basically the exact same as the Savage one, except it's in a much more parkerized, I think it's parkerized finish. Of course, this one doesn't have the scabbard. But either way, it's a very nice bayonet, and it's only just one for the post-war section. So hopefully you would found this video informative and enjoyable. This is something I typically don't do because bayonets and knives are not really my thing. As you know, mainly I collect militaria, deactivated weapons, and only bayonets and knives. I've only just started to build up a small little collection, a sub collection, if you will. If you did like this video, then please subscribe, like the video, turn on notifications, and leave a comment. And until then, bye for now.